Here are some power supply boards out of various TVs, and in fact actually one out of a monitor. Something should be fairly fucking evident. Right, where you have power transistors, and here is a magnet, doesn't stick. No, what about there? Of course that will stick because that's iron. But anyway, well, the core of it is that white thing, that's transformer. We're on about the heat sinks though. Doesn't stick. Doesn't stick. Right. These guys are your power transistors. Oh, look at that. Doesn't stick. Doesn't stick. And here. Nope. Nope. Oh dear. Nope. And nope. So imagine my damn surprise then when I have this Panasonic TV, which essentially is your power supply board. Oh dear. That's not good. Gets better than that. Oh dear. That sticks. Components that are designed to get hot by very virtue of fact of what they do, that are there, which, if you look, are essentially the same, are now covered with something that won't remove waste heat. Yeah, gets better than that. Logic board. Underneath that, you've got a graphics processor chip. I think you know where this is going. Oh. Yeah. That's steel. Mate, you might as well have a fucking oven around that lot then. So there's your problem. Those components have got hot and burned out. Why? No heat dissipation. Shite design. Shitty designer. Gets better than that, because that one doesn't even have any protection at all. Nothing. Yeah, that shouldn't be happening, should it? And let's have a quick zoom in on that. Okay. There's those parts, you see. They are three-legged. Come on. They are indeed transistors. So that is more than likely what's gone wrong with that TV. I've not even done any proper testing on it. Not yet. But it does get a bit more shocking than that, because it is the funny thing about this. Hang on a minute, so I need to find something to scratch that with. There is some marks on there, near that, right? I don't know if you can see that white dot. I'm not going to be able to hold this steady now. That white dot, and there's another one there. Interestingly enough, that's a scratch point. Now, what that means is, under these, which, as we said, are usually zinc by aluminium, right, you're going to have a thermal compound under there. And if that goes dry or crusty, then these guys get hot and they'll burn up. Yeah, well, that compound mark there, jeez, I can't really hold this steady with one hand. Am I gonna, hang on a minute, let me just pause this. Sec. Okay, cool. So I've got something there. Let's highlight it again. Where is it? There it is. See that white dot? Right there. Ooh, shit. Come on. I can scratch that off. It's completely dry. And the same thing if... Shit, I really can't hold this steady. There's one on there. I can completely scratch it off because it's dry. That is a test point for it. To see if that is dry and crusty, so those parts under there need changing. Why would you have those dots put there if you weren't designing that in for failure? Think about it. And that's on that Panasonic telly. Why the hell would you do that? 1 minute. All of these other boards don't have those markings on them. Alright? They don't. But there they are. You can see them. 3 dots. And they can be scratched off. And that is the same stuff that is heatsink compound. And when that dries up, it gives you an indicator that the stuff under there is burned out, or at least got hot to the point where it's failed. It's interesting that, isn't it? Very. 1 minute again. There's a better view of it. 1 minute. Right, so we're back again. As we said, here, right, here's another power supply board out of a Samsung TV. You can see exactly there what I'm on about. Right. If we can focus, 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 focus. That's better. Right. That is your power transistors. And you'll notice there, behind that, there's going to be some heat sinking there. Right, and some thermal compound. Right, and this is attached to essentially aluminium. It doesn't stick. That's because these parts get hot. And you can see there, there's some of that thermal grease. And that, as you can see, has come off on my fingers, yes and no, and it's made my nails dirty, which you would expect. It's the same thing here as well. Let's see if this sticks. Oh, it doesn't. It's a magnet. Yeah, right. Let's turn our attention back to the TV again. See the 3 dots there? Alright, let me just get my test probe again. Trying to do this one-handed is not easy. That stuff just scratches off. And that, let's put on the screw. All scratches off. It's all crusty and dry. And like we said, to take my magnet, it sticks. That is shit when it comes to heat dissipation. That is absolutely piss poor. And there you are, power transistors under there. So all that is going to get roasting hot. You can even see how piss poor that is. So all that is probably essentially burned out. Interesting. And yeah, logic board doesn't fare any better either. Okay, so what TV was that? Well, I'll show you. Here it is. It's the Panasonic Viera. That's a model number. The surface of the unit may feel warm during operation. This condition is normal. Really? Why should it be? If it had the right amount of heatsink protection on it, and bearing in mind you've got a whacking great steel cover here, why should that get hot? That's because underneath there is getting hot, and heat rises. So, that guy under there's get hot. It's affecting that. Yeah, so it's shit design. Interesting. I better get that back out of there. Yeah, common, huh? Very. Yep. So that's my take on it. Interesting. I will need to confirm this with testing on that power board, but that explains the flashing light. And sorry about the flashing camera. I will cover this more. Till next time. See you later.